Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dina and today we are going to be opening a Shiny Mega Gyarados Collection box. Originally I'd been looking for a Mythical Mew collection box, but looks like I'll have to get it online. So I decided to grab the Shiny Mega Gyarados collection while I was in GameStop. Let's get a closer look at it. You can see the little shiny red Gyarados Mega in there, a little figurine. As well as the card here, and then we have 4 booster packs. So here's the back of the box, and it says, more than just shiny, it's mega shiny. Pokemon trainers know that shiny Pokemon are not a common sight, and this collection includes the enormous power of Shiny Mega Gyarados as an intimidating sculpted figure. Make a big splash with the Shiny Mega Gyarados Collection. The Pokemon TCG Shiny Mega Gyarados Collection includes fantastic figure of Shiny Mega Gyarados, a never-before-seen foil promo card featuring Shiny Gyarados, 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and a code card for the Pokemon trading card game online, which I will give away at the end of this video. Okay, so let's open this up. Oh, and Molly's helping out. Hi. She's in my lap now. Man, this is some pretty tough glue. There we go. So here's everything in the plastic. I'm going to get these guys out of the display and then show you what cards I got. Molly, thanks for helping. Oh, thank you. Yes, she's such a good helper. So to start off with, we have the Shiny Mega Gyarados. Well, actually, it looks like it's just a Gyarados. Yeah, not a Mega. That's okay. I like the bubble hollow. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty cool. And Molly Cat likes to help out. So this Gyarados has 130 HP. He has an attack here called Berserker Splash for 80 damage. It does 10 damage to each benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. And he also has Aqua Tail here for 80 or 90 damage plus. Flip a coin for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. It does 30 more damage for each heads. So if you had 4 water energies on him here, and you got 4 heads, that would be 120 extra damage, plus 90. Wow, that's so much. So this is XY promo 109. Says, rarely seen in the wild, huge and vicious, it is capable of destroying entire cities in a rage. Wow. So I'll set him over here. And then here is the figurine, the Mega Gyarados, all shiny and with his big fins. Looks pretty cool. They almost look like wings. I mean, he is a dragon Pokemon, right? So wouldn't be surprised if he could kind of fly with those. Looks pretty cute. Oh, I mean vicious, definitely vicious. Okay, so I'll set him over here. And then we have, oops, kind of fell over. Then we'll have some booster packs. Here we have Breakpoint with the nice Gyarados on the cover there. And another Breakpoint here. Mega Scizor. And a Mega Mewtwo Breakthrough. And an Ancient Origins with Mega Tyranitar. And we have a code card here. If you want the code card for this, all you have to do is comment with your favorite pull that I got from this opening, and I will pick a winner in about a week. Cool. Just gonna move this out of the way. Well, we have 2 breakpoints, so let's go for one of those first. I'm glad I get a chance to open some more Breakpoint boosters, since I did not go for a booster box this time, just a Elite Trainer box. I'll also be giving away these code cards as well for other people who've commented with their favorite pulls. This one, I believe, just normally gets better stuff, the ones that are like included in the boxes. I decided rather than saving them all up for a big reveal that I would give them away as I opened it, you know? So here we have a Phantump with 50 HP and an attack called Ascension. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon. This counts as evolving this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. And we have a Psyduck, which we saw quite a few times in my Elite Trainer box opening. And the Shelder. He's so funny when he sticks his tongue out like that. It's kind of goofy. Oh, and a cute little Blitzel laying down in a field of flowers. He has 60 HP and an attack called Reckless Charge for 20, but you do 10 damage to yourself, which is unfortunate. And a Pharaoh Seed. I believe I got a few of him too during my Elite Trainer box opening. And I have a reverse holo of Misty's Determination. She's a supporter card, and I like the kind of rainbow metallic effect on these reverse holos. Put that in the back here. And our rare for this pack is a Pangoro non-holo rare. I think I already have this guy as well. I do like how he's kind of punching the screen there, or like whoever's taking the picture of him, I guess. I don't know. You can go in the back as well. And we have a Mawile. I got 2 steel types in 1 booster pack. That's interesting. He's got his big, like, head mouth thing. Jumping down. He has 80 HP, an attack called Tight Jaw, which does 10 damage. Then you flip a coin, and if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, as well as Cavernous Chomp for 50 damage and 3 energies. He is resistant to Psychic, which is pretty interesting. We also have a little Nuzleaf figurine that someone's placed in the forest and taken a photo of. Pretty cute. He's Dark type and has 80 HP, with an attack called Corkscrew Punch for 20, and Razor Wind, which does 40. Flip a coin if Tails' attack does nothing, though. That's too bad. Though I guess for only 2 energies, and technically only 1 if you had a double colorless, doing 40 damage is pretty good. And last up, we have a Puzzle of Time, which I have, I believe, 2 of already. And it says you can play 2 Puzzle of Time cards at once. If you played 1 card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. If you played 2 cards, put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Okay. And yeah, I'll give away these code cards to commenters if they want them. Just organize these a little bit. And now let's go back to Ancient Origins. Haven't opened one of these in a while. Oh yeah, I always wanted to get a shiny version of the Primal Kyogre. I think it looks really cool. So the first card in here is a Magikarp, which is actually kind of good because I got the Gyarados there in the set. Only 30 HP though, but he does have an Epic Splash. Flip 2 coins. If either of them is tails, this attack does nothing. So Epic Splash only has like a 25% chance of working. That's too bad. Oh, it's Goomy. So cute. If you guys have seen my playthrough of the Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, Goomy was on my team for a little bit. Poor little guy, kept getting lost. This Goomy is Dragon type and has an ability called Water Down. Whenever you attach a Water Energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may search your deck for Goomy and put it onto your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So this Goomy is Dragon type but takes Fairy Energy and I guess also Water. And he has Stampede here for 10 damage. Yet is weak to Fairy type. Okay. Ooh, we have some unknown here. Marveling at I'm not quite sure what. And this unknown has 60 HP. An attack called, or an ability rather, called Farewell Letter. Letter. Once during your turn before your attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. This does not count as a knockout. If you do, draw a card. And then we have Hidden Power for 10, which is pretty simple. So let's see, what numbers do we have here, or letters? D, A, something, N, A, N, and and something. I don't know. Ooh, look at this Persian sneaking around a park, I guess. Looks pretty cool. And also scary. This Persian has 90 HP and an attack here called Fake Out, which does 30 damage, and flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. We also have Ambush for 40 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Wow, that's great. So opportunity to do 70 damage for if you had a double colorless energy. You could do it in just a turn, which is pretty cool. All right, not just looking cool, but has cool attacks. I like that. Next up, we have the Ralts, who's, I don't know what he's looking at. It's kind of weird. I always wonder what kind of backstories the artists have when they create some of these cards, because like, I don't know, like what is he even doing? It's kind of weird. He's got 60 HP, Mumble for 10, and Magical Shot for 20. Ooh, we have a reverse holo rare Golurk. Ancient trait. Nice. We have an attack here that says, or I guess Delta power, or not Delta, I guess that's Omega power. Prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon's abilities done to this Pokemon. This is definitely cool. I don't think I have this card yet. He's got 130 HP. Wow, that's crazy. And an ability here called Double Type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is Psychic and Fighting type. Ooh, you could do a whole bunch of, you could really take advantage of the opponent's weaknesses that way. He also has an attack here called Super Power. For 80 plus, you may do 40 more damage. If you do, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. So I guess that's not great. But I wonder if right here, the resistance, he's resistant to Fighting type. But as long as he's in play, he is Fighting type. So would the 20 damage here from the resistance, would that just cancel itself out? I wonder. So he's also got, so it takes 4 energies to power him up with superpower, but again, just 2 double colorless energies, which is pretty cool. Nice. And the rare in this pack, or I guess I should say the other rare in this pack, is a Porygon Z, which I do not have. Look at him, he looks kind of interesting. So Porygon Z evolves from Porygon 2, and he has 130 HP. An attack here called Cyber Crush. Discard all special energy cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. And then we have an attack here called Slowing Beam for 70. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks cost 1 more. 1 more energy. Interesting. Huh. The little blurb here says, its programming was modified to enable it to travel through alien dimensions. Seems there might have been an error? I wonder what that's referring to. Okay. We also have a Vespa Queen here. Looks like she's charging off. She has 90 HP, and an attack here called Intelligence Gathering. You may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Oh, and it does 10 damage as well. And also Be Revenge for 20 plus. This attack does 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Lucky Helmet, always a very useful card if you play the game. Whenever the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent's attack, draw 2 cards. It's a great way of boosting up your hand, well, as long as you don't run out of cards, that is. And last up we have a Curlia in kind of like a crystal cave or something. I don't know. What is that? They're like steps? Okay, that's interesting. This Kirlia is Fairy type, has an HP of 80, an attack called Calm Mind, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, as well as Magical Shot for 50. Okay, so that's the last card in this pack. We've got 2 more to go. I think I want to save the Breakpoint one since it does have the Gyarados on it for last, so... Come on, Mewtwo, give us something good. I forgot that there are so many cards in this series. There's over 160 cards. Wow. The one I just opened, the Ancient Origins, only had 98 cards in that series. Uh-oh. Whoa. I've never had one open like that before. Here we have a different Ralts, who is also, for some reason, having, I guess, crepuscular rays coming down at him. Or her, I don't know. It's got 60 HP, Mumble, and Magical Shot as well, just like the other one. And there are 162 in this series. And here's a cute little Scatterbug. I have quite a lot of these Scatterbugs. Got an attack called String Shot. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. And tackle for 20. We've got a Teddiursa here. I don't know if he's chasing after the hat the girl lost or if that flew off independently, but he's playing with some kids in a field there. Got an HP of 70 and a simple attack of Flop for 30 damage. Oh yeah, I like the art of this Goldeen, and there's some little other guys in there, Lumineons, and Horsey in the background, if you can see that. This Goldeen has 60 HP, an attack called Reckless Charge for 20 damage, but does 10 damage to itself. Nothing a Protection Cube couldn't solve. And we have a Woobat, who has 60 HP. Again, just not really a fan of Woobat's design. Sorry, buddy. He has an attack here called Odor Sleuth. Flip a coin. If heads, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. And a Psy Shot here for 10. So, despite being a psychic Pokemon, he's also kind of a flying Pokemon, so he is weak to electric type and resistant to fighting. And here is our reverse holo for the pack. Very nice Staravia. Got 80 HP and a really cool, like, normal air energy looking background there. Very shiny. He has an attack here called Glide, which does 20 damage, and Quick Attack, 30 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, the attack does 30 more damage. Wow. So has opportunity to do 60. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Put that in the back since it is reverse holo. And the rare in this pack is a Smeargle, non-holo rare. Got 70 HP and he's painting, I guess, with his tail. The proportions on this person look very like the old style of how people were drawn in like the first gen of Pokemon. Do you remember that? Everybody was quite stocky and cartoonish in their proportions. This Smeargle has an ability called Second Coat. Once during your turn before your attack, you may switch a basic energy card attached to your active Pokemon with a different type of basic energy card from your discard pile. That might be pretty handy. He also has an attack here called Beat, which simply does 30 damage. We also have a trainer card here called Reserved Ticket. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, then put the card on top of it. Okay, so you don't get to put it in your hand, but I guess at least you're guaranteed to use it next turn, provided that your opponent does not have a card that says, you know, discard the top few cards of your deck or something, or otherwise has a card that makes you shuffle your deck. And last up, second to last, we have a Prinplup. He has 80 HP and it looks like he's in a grocery store. Can you see that? Interesting. Oh, I see, because he's an ice Pokemon. I guess he's in the freezer section, because he has an attack here called Ice Beam for 30. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Pretty good. I think I still need an Empoleon, though. I have a lot of Piplup or Pochama. Yeah. I'd like to make a themed deck around these guys, because I really liked the using them in the games. And we have Skyla as our last card here. It's pretty interesting. You can see about like the proportions of her arm glove things. Very kind of like Mega Man cartoony. So this trainer is actually a supporter. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Okay, and I will give this guy away to some commenters. Just as I decided to film this, I decided to make that change of that I was going to give the code cards away to people in the comments, so you can check the description box for more info on that. And last up, we have a Breakpoint with Shiny Mega Red Gyarados. What do you think, buddy? Are we gonna get a good one? I don't know. Do your best. Okay, I will. I will open it to the best of my ability. Sorry, I'm in kind of a goofy mood. That one actually opened pretty neatly. Okay, first card of the last pack here is Petalil. I really like all the flowery scenes that were in this series. 50 HP and an attack called Aromatherapy. Heal 10 damage from each of your Pokemon. And here's the super weird and creepy Drowsy. Well, okay, he's not quite as creepy and weird as the Hypno that's also in this set, but well. Alright, he's got 70 HP, an attack here called Mumble for 10, and Focused Wish for 10 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, his attack does 20 more damage. We also have a Corsola, who has 80 HP and is super cute and happy looking. He has an attack called Spike Cannon for 30 times 2. So you flip 2 coins, his attack does 30 damage times the number of heads. And Power Gem for 50. Not bad for a basic Pokemon, especially because you don't need a certain type of energy. And Froakie, just kind of enjoying the sunshine. He's got 60 HP and Bubble. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, but unfortunately does not do any damage. And we've got another Ferroseed. eventually I will try and make a steel type deck, but yeah, maybe I should do that for a video. They have interesting type advantages and resistances and stuff, so it'd be interesting to do. This Ferroseed has Harden. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon would be damaged by an attack, prevent that attack's damage done to this Pokemon if it's 60 or less. Ooh, and we have a reverse holo rare. It's an Aegislash. 140 HP. Looks pretty cool. Let's get a close-up on them. Interesting. Just kind of slicing through a city. What are you up to? Wow. But I mean, a 5-foot-tall sword just kind of coming at you. It's pretty scary. And we have an attack here called Painful Sword. Double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. What? That's pretty crazy. And we also have Megaton Slash. It's 100 damage, and it says this attack does 10 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Wow. This combined with Painful Sword, you could really take a whole bunch of prizes. Interesting. I'd like to put this in a deck that also hits some of the bench Pokemon. I feel like that could be an interesting strategy. Cool, so I will set this one in the back. And what do you know, here is that Hypno card. Super creepy. This is the rare of the pack, non-holo Hypno, being super creepy with the making poor little oh, poor little guy doing that, doing his like weird dance. Poor little Clefairy. And he once again has the ability Good Night Babies, which says once during your turn before your attack, you may leave both active Pokemon asleep and Zen Headbutt for 50 damage. I do not know what they were thinking when they made this card. Next up, we have a simple trainer card, Tierno, which says draw 3 cards. And Sudowoodo, which I do not believe I have. He's surrounded by some Trevenant. He's like pretending, I guess, to be a tree, even though he's a rock Pokemon. So he's got 90 HP there. And an attack called Watch and Learn. If your opponent's Pokemon use an attack during his or her last turn, use it as this attack. Well, okay then. Ooh, interesting. We have a special energy card here called Splash Energy. This card can only be attached to water Pokemon. It provides water energy only while this card is attached to a water Pokemon. If the water Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put that Pokemon into your hand, discard all cards attached to it. Okay, cool. So we didn't get any super rare cards this go around, but we did get 2 reverse holo rares, which is interesting. Okay, let's review these cards. Well, and you can't forget the Gyarados one here. So here we've got the super bubbly Gyarados, Shiny Gyarados, which is interesting that he's the shiny version when, you know, Magikarp itself kind of has the same theme colors. You'd almost think that the blue Gyarados would be the shiny one, you know? But anyway, here's the Gyarados. Hypno non-holo rare. Reverse holo rare Aegislash. Reverse holo Staravia. Oh, I guess I didn't put the Misty. Oh yeah, I did put the Misty one here. Non-holo rare Porygon Z. Reverse holo rare Golurk Ancient Trait. Non-holo rare Pangoro. And the reverse holo Misty's Determination Trainer. So, look at all these guys. Well, alright, I hope you enjoyed watching me unbox this Pokemon card box collection thing. Going to make some traditional ASMR style crinkly noises and stuff, as I usually do to end the video, but if you would like any of these code cards, just let me know in the comments what your favorite card was that I got in this set, and I will pick out some people to get these code cards. Thanks for watching. Bye! Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be opening the brand new Breakpoint Elite Trainer box, which features